So on this episode of Chase's channel today, I have a very special episode planned. Uh, the last episode was a fast food tier list that a lot of people seem to like, and they told me that they would like to see another one. One particular name being Osmar, who requested that maybe he should join us, which is exactly what he's going to do today. So, in just a few moments, I'll be in a VC with Osmar himself, and we will be ranking some Mario games that we've played, that we decided we could rank, that we both agreed that we've played, and we're going to see which one we think is the best and which one we think is the worst. Um, I hope you enjoy it, and it's going to be a really good show. So, I need to script my intro so I won't sound cringy. Sad me, sad me. So, unfortunately, for the first 10 minutes of the actual video, the audio was unfortunately cut out, and I'm commentating over this little part just to inform that. And in a few moments, I want to skip to the part where you can actually hear us speak. We ranked Super Mario 64 in B. We ranked Mario Galaxy 2, and Sunshine in S. Basically saying that 64 was overhyped, but it was basically the start of 3D gaming altogether. Sunshine was a solid game with a good story. Some the controls were kind of funky, but other than that, it was all right. And the Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2 were phenomenal games where we both thought that Galaxy 2 was slightly better than Galaxy 1, and we ended up ranking Galaxy 2 better than all those three games combined. But enough talk. Let the part of the video where you can hear us do its job. Thank you for listening.
Mario Galaxy, that's like something that is like a fresh like concept. It's something that we've never seen before. I feel like they executed it perfectly.
Yeah. Yeah, alright, well, now we're moving into the new Super Mario games, which is for the DS, New Super Mario Bros. Bros. And I kid you not, this is the very first game I ever played. It has a huge impact for me. Now, I will say, um, I don't know where to put it because was it a fantastic game? No. Was it a bad game? No. So I don't know where to put it.
I don't really have like any comments on this game because I personally never played it. I never had a DS, so it's really up to you.
I just don't know where to put it because it was a good game, and there was some levels that were kind of hard, but um, when you but when you compare it to the 3D games, though, it doesn't come anywhere close. So I think it's best to put that game at B. I say so, but if you've never played it, I guess it is just up to me. Then I guess we move to New Super Mario Bros. Wii. So
This was actually my first game that I've ever played. First Mario game.
this is the first game I ever beat.
Yeah. And
It's
this was a pretty good game.
it was wasn't it the first game on the Wii that introduced the Mario game that introduced four-player mode?
I'm not sure about that.
I
I
think it
really am
did
not sure.
because I know Galaxy. I mean, I don't think Galaxy was two-player, and then I think the only time you could play two players as Galaxy is
It was
no,
with the Luma
you couldn't play two-player. I don't think.
on Galaxy. You could.
Oh, you could. Oh, I just never did.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we it introduced four-player or four multiplayer, and the levels were good. None of them were that hard. I mean, I guess the only hard ones were like the World 9.
Yeah. Those were difficult.
Yeah, those were a
But other
pain.
than that, yeah, other than that, the levels are pretty easy.
Yeah, they were beatable, and they weren't like some of them were challenging, but not like oh my god, this is completely hard. I like the aspect that they brought back the Koopalings. I like that. Because the bosses they used in DS were unique, but at the same time though they weren't like iconic like the Koopalings are.
Mhm.
So um, I'm down to put this game either. I think A fits it.
Yeah, there's not really like too much to say about it.
Yeah,
I think an A would be pretty fitting.
yeah. I just don't think like the new Super Mario Bros. Series. I just don't think there's like nothing uh like s screaming about them. You know?
Yeah, I'm
'Cause it,
personally not a fan of the 2D games. Nothing really
yeah,
like too special.
yeah. They're just like better quality, better stuff from like the very first ever Mario game. Um, so I guess New Super Mario Bros. 2 is kind of the same way as Wii, just on the 3DS.
Yeah,
It
I mean,
basically is just the Wii game on 3DS.
yeah, I feel like some of the new Super Mario Bros. Games are a little lazy. They're kind of
Oh
like just
yeah,
copy and paste of the previous
oh
version.
yeah, yeah.
So I would
Mario,
give it a B.
yeah, Mario Bros. 2 wasn't that because Mario Bros. 2 was basically just like a almost a port
Yeah, that's pretty much
to
what it
Wii.
was.
It was a double port from Wii in the very first one, like the DS version. Because the music came directly out of Wii, just added a little bit more like orchestra to it, and then other than that, the it wasn't hard. I don't think I ever found a level on New Super Mario Bros. 2 that was screaming hard. So I guess I'm just gonna go B as well, and I'm gonna put it above the very first one because it was just a little bit better, you know. And I ain't gonna lie to you, New Super Mario Bros. U was straight dog shit for me. I did not like it.
Yeah, like I said, nothing really too special about it.
No, it was the launch title for the Wii U, and the Wii U itself was, in my opinion, a
It
dookie
was a
couch.
flop.
It was a
Yeah, it
flop, a
was a
huge flop.
flop.
Um, Now I don't want to rank the Mario Bros. U just based off the Wii U itself. I'm ranking it as a game in a whole. It's like you said before, it's lazy and repetitive almost, and this one, there's the only thing you can really say that's new about it is the little baby Yoshis and the acorn mushroom.
Hmm.
Besides that, there's nothing really cool about it. New music, I guess. I mean, but some of it came out strictly out of Wii. Half of it was new. So I think it deserves to be an S, and not S, C. In my
See,
opinion,
yeah,
I think it's a C
that
game
fits.
because there's just nothing screaming. Oh, this is S tier or A tier. It's just not that great. So 3D Land. I will admit this game was solid. It was a solid game.
It was. It wasn't a bad game.
No, it was not. Um, it was they introduced the not the leaf mushroom, the leaf power up, which he turned into. There's a name where he turned into, but I just
It's a
call him
Tanuki suit.
Tanuki. Yeah, I used to
Yeah,
call him the raccoon for some reason, Raccoon Mario. But the levels, in my opinion, were solid. I liked them. Um,
yeah.
I don't know what else though.
I
Hmm.
feel like 3D Land and the next one, which is actually 3D World, they're kind of just like a remake of the original 2D Mario games, just
Yeah,
basically with the 3D aspect of it.
yeah,
But I feel like it is much better. I would honestly give it. I would say between A and a B.
yeah. 3D Land. I just feel like the whole Mario series in a whole deserves to be just 3D.
Yeah, I don't really get 2D. I think there's like
Yeah,
it's like a little too limiting.
yeah.
Not really much to do with that. But
Besides beat it, that's besides it. That's
pretty
the only
much,
thing you really can do. 3D Land to me, I don't think it's S tier because I don't think it ever compares to Galaxy or Galaxy 2 or Sunshine, but I do think it's better than 64. And um, I think A fits it.
Yeah, A is a pretty good spot.
All right, let's put it there. 3D World, a little bit more advanced. Introduced the cat suit. Um,
I think basically 3D World is everything that 3D Land was supposed to be. It kind of just improved it.
yeah,
I think it's much better actually. I would honestly give it an S tier.
yeah, I would. I can see why it belongs in S tier. I will say though, I didn't really like the story of 3D World.
I feel like the bosses are a little lazy.
They were.
They're not like it's not really nothing special. I think what does carry the game a little bit is the levels. The levels are like pretty creative. They're pretty fun to
Yeah,
do. I think this game's a little more fun. Like if you played it as a multiplayer game, as a one player game, it could get a little tedious because pretty sure you have to beat every level with 5 different characters, so
yeah. But I do
could
like.
get a little boring.
Yeah, I do like the aspect that you can change your character though. I just don't understand the point of picking Blue Toad instead of regular Toad. I didn't understand that. No, I'm not hating on Blue Toad. It's just that why not pick regular Toad?
I think since they kind of built Red Toad to be more like Captain Toad, I think he does appear in Galaxy, and he appears in a few other games too, but I can't really remember. I think that's like the only reason why. Like you, I really don't understand why they put Blue Toad, but
Yeah, I mean, but it doesn't affect the game any other way. I was just wondering, like, why? I mean, you have a main Toad, right, like regular Toad. Like, why not use him? But no, I guess it don't matter. But I guess we can both agree that it belongs in this tier. Super Super Mario Run.
yeah,
Oh, that's good. The game was pure shit.
do it. I'm not sure if you remember, but Super Mario Run had so much hype to it. There was so
Oh,
much
it
people
did.
saying it was. Yeah, honestly, it did not live up to any of that hype.
No, it didn't live 1% up to it. It was so trash for like. I mean, I get why people were hyped about it. The very first ever Mario game on iPhone or Android, but still, I mean, what were you gonna do with it? It's not meant to be on iPhone. It's not.
It was awful.
It
It
was
was not good
terrible.
at
It was,
all.
and I remember how like I bought it. I'm pretty sure it was like $8 on the App Store. $8 fucking. You don't need to sell it for that much. For a game like that, I wanted my money back instantly. But um, Mario Odyssey. This game was a banger for me.
Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
I mean, like I don't want to hit on the game, but honestly, I think it's a little too long for me. Like, I'm pretty sure it's 1,000 shines, isn't it? Or
I'm
800, something like that.
Power Moons, I think.
Power Moons, my fault. Yeah,
There's a,
Power Moons.
oh, I don't. It might be either 999 or 1,000. It might be 1,000 though.
I feel like the gameplay it is really fun,
Yeah,
but I think just like solely for the reason that it's more like of an exploration game, you could say,
yeah,
just because they have so much moons. I feel like the story is like a little like too cramped up like at the beginning of the game, and then like the rest is basically like just up to you.
yeah.
Like it just does not flow well in my opinion.
I mean, now that you put it that way, I understand why. Um, I just I have to throw this in there. The graphics of the game are beautiful. I will say. I don't think they're better than Galaxies, but the graphics are pretty nice. Um,
For sure though, it does have the best controls of any Mario game. There's not really much to complain with the controls.
oh no, absolutely not. Um, I'm going B or A with Odyssey.
I would say I would say an S or an A because I mean, I feel like that's really like the only complaint that I have is the flow of the gameplay.
Yeah,
But other than that, it's like it's a pretty good game. There's not really much to complain about.
no, it's not. Um, I think we can put it A, but we put it above 3D Land. I think that's fine
That's fair.
because it's basically, but it's definitely better than New Super Mario Bros. Wii. So then I think 3D World. I think 3D World and Odyssey were basically the same. It's just 3D World had a better kind of a better story than Odyssey, and it wasn't really cramped. It's just the bosses were a little lazy with the 3D World. So this game is all you. Paper Mario Thousand Year Door. I'd never played it, so I guess you can rank it.
So this is basically like a little unique concept. It's I'm pretty sure it's an RPG game, and I know that obviously Nintendo doesn't really have like too much RPG games. And obviously, like a Paper Mario, I was a fan of the Paper Mario graphics. I thought they looked like really interesting. They were a little like cartoonish, but I feel like the story though, the story like stands out like head and shoulders above any Mario game in my opinion. I think it has
Yeah,
one of the best stories.
yeah.
And like how I was complaining about Odyssey, how the story was a little too short, a little too crammed up. I feel like the Thousand Year Door is like the complete opposite. It does really like last the entire time you're gonna be playing that game. It's just gonna be all story.
Hmm.
So in my opinion, I would say that's an easy S tier.
All right, for you, putting in this. I'm gonna go ahead and get the level based games out of the way, then we go to the dumb bullshit. There's Paper Mario. There's another one. Then that's it. All right, Mario 64 DS. So I'm guessing you never played it since you never had a DS.
Nope.
Basically, what 64 DS was basically a remake of the original 64, but just deported onto the DS with additional features, a little bit more levels. They increased the power stars maximum from 125 to 150. They added a lot more secret stars in the castle itself, and then the additional characters was Luigi, Wario, and Yoshi. Which each character had perks from Mario from original 64 for like being like the caps he used to get, like the flying cap that was Mario, and then Metal Mario was Wario, Metal Wario. Then Invisible Cap was Luigi and stuff. But other than that, there's really nothing else good to like amazing to say about DS besides it was just like a solid remake. I don't think it was better than the original, in my opinion. Um, so I think it's best just I say it's better than the Mario Bros. 2 and the original New Super Mario Bros. So I think I'm just gonna put it on B just for that. But um, there really nothing special to say about it besides it's just a remake. So I guess we're moving on to Bowser's Fury. Yeah, and I played this game not too long ago, and I have to say it is actually really good, in my opinion.
Honestly, this game has like the potential to be one of the greatest Mario games. The only problem is that it's way too short. I
Oh
think it's
yeah,
only
absolutely.
a hundred cat moons or something like that. I don't really remember what they're called, but it's only 100 of them. That's really short. You could complete it like maybe like 2 hours, 3 hours.
Yeah,
Not too long of a game.
yeah. I would understand if they put Bowser's Fury as a DLC to the port of Mario 3D World. I can understand why it would be too short for that. But I feel like if they actually went all out for this game and made it its own singular game, I feel like it would, like you said, be one of the best Mario games they've ever made. They didn't do that, and it's just built
It's
like a.
interesting because I'm pretty sure it's the only open world Mario game. You could correct me if I'm wrong, but
I
I
think it
think
is.
that's like I think that's something that like fans have been wanting for such a long time, and then like they
Yeah,
deliver, but like in such a little like disappointing way.
yeah. But now they know that it's possible, and maybe the next couple games they do would be to live up to that expectation, make it a whole open world. I'd personally like to see a 3D open world game. I personally would like to see that.
Yeah,
But so we go in S for it
I
or
would say
A?
an S.
I
I
say
would
yeah.
say an S.
I say yes because the gameplay and the story itself was absolutely amazing. The only downside is it being too short. All right, so I guess wait, I'm a dumbass. Let me change this real quick. All right, Super Paper Mario. It's all you. I don't. I've never played the game.
So Super Paper Mario, I think it's like a little similar to the Thousand Year Door. The story, I feel like the story actually is better in Super Paper Mario,
Hmm.
but it's like really weird because like the whole time there's there's this one villain, and then like he has like his own like goons or whatever, and then well you're expecting like this main villain to be like the final boss to be the person that you end up finding at the end, and then it turns out like one of his goons ends up being the final villain. It's really weird, honestly, but it's really interesting because I think this is one of the few games where Bowser actually isn't the final boss. Bowser actually
Hmm.
teams up with you, which is I feel like that's pretty interesting that they did that.
Yeah.
Gameplay wise, it's nothing too crazy, nothing too special. It's pretty much just like another 2D Mario game. Um, it's a pretty cool concept. Each character has their own like unique ability. This is the only Paper Mario game which you can actually go in a 3D, like a 3D aspect of the level, but it's pretty limiting. So for that reason, um, I would give it a low A,
All right.
maybe below, maybe below. Yeah, yeah, right there.
All right. Bet. All right. I think now we can skip to the Mario Karts because if I'm correct, you never played any of the party games.
No, I did not.
Okay. Let me get these Mario Kart games because these Mario Kart games were something else. Oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start. Okay. You never played DS, so I'm gonna make this quick. Mario Kart DS was the first ever Mario Kart I played, and it was the beginning for me. The character selection was all right. The music, it was the game that introduced Waluigi Pinball, my favorite course in the game. Besides that, wasn't really nothing special for it. I will say that like the balloon battle maps they had for this was pretty good. They had some iconic courses, so for that, I don't think it's the best Mario Kart game because I think most of these games, Mario Kart games in front of it, are actually way better than it. So I think I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it right behind DS. So or 64 DS. All right, let's get to Mario Kart Wii. Whew, this game was amazing in my opinion.
I think you could make an argument that Mario Kart Wii is the best Mario Kart game. I think it's better than 8. I would say
Mm.
it's better than 8.
Ooh. Both. Now, are we talking about regular 8 or are we talking about deluxe?
I'm talking about deluxe.
Oh gosh, I don't know about that one. Oh, I would say it's better than 7 and 8 for sure, but deluxe, I don't know. Because I
I
wouldn't
just
even
feel like
say. I mean, we don't get me wrong. We was absolutely a phenomenal game. but I don't know if it's better than 8 Deluxe. Now, hear me out. Hear me out. I am very upset with 8 Deluxe that they didn't have not brought back Funky Kong yet. That is pissing me off. I want Funky Kong back because he appeared in this game. And wasn't this the game that introduced motorcycles or bikes?
Yeah, it was. It was.
Ooh, that's iconic for me because I'm a biker. I go for bikes
I
all.
think the main like the main thing for me is you could kind of say the same thing like how we said about 64, how it was basically like such an iconic game that kind of paved the way. I think Mario Kart Wii is basically like the game that paved the way for Mario Karts because I feel like before this there wasn't like too strong of an appeal for a Mario Kart game.
Yeah.
And then they released Mario Kart Wii, and I think like that's when people started to get a little interested in it. That's when people started to play kind of like real races against other people too, which I still see people play.
Hmm.
So honestly, like I think that's an easy S tier. I think the only argument is if it's better than 8. Honestly, I think it is, but you say otherwise.
Yeah. Mario Kart Week deserves to be in a easy S tier. Now, do you think it'd be fair to put it above some of these games, or does it not matter?
I think you could put it. I would say put it between Galaxy and 3D or 3D World.
All right, bet I can
I
live with
think
that.
that's a pretty fair spot.
All right. Mario Kart 7 to me was kind of a letdown. I ain't gonna lie to
Yeah, nothing really too special about Mario Kart 7.
you. Did it introduce gliders, or what did we did?
Yeah, that was the one that introduced the gliders.
I mean,
I think
gliders
that's
didn't
really like
gliders didn't do
I
anything
think
for me. I don't really know because, like I said before, Mario Kart 7 had nothing special. So
yeah, nothing really too much to say about Mario Kart 7. It's pretty much just Mario Kart Wii just with gliders.
yeah,
I think that's like the really lonely like appeal to it. Nothing too crazy.
I don't think in Mario Kart 7 you could have. I don't think Mario Kart 7 had motorcycles either. I think they took that aspect out. I think I might be wrong though. Hmm. I don't think it deserves to be a B or A because I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't see any of the iconic Mario Kart 7 courses make a reappearance in Deluxe. And I think
Yeah,
Mario Kart,
that's one thing you should put into consideration is the maps. I think we had like a lot of iconic maps that
yeah.
I'm pretty sure most of them did end up coming back for Deluxe, for Mario
Hmm.
Kart 8 Deluxe.
Some of them, yeah,
7, yeah, 7 did not really have anything that stands out.
yeah. Plus, I think Mario Kart we had a lot of maps that came back for the original Mario Kart 8 as well. So, I think it's best. I don't even think 7 deserves to be on B tier. I think it deserves to be a C.
Yeah, that's fair. I was thinking that too.
I think it's way better than Marbles U though because Marble U just sucks. Um, Original Mario Kart 8. I don't know. I mean, without it, we wouldn't have deluxe, but I don't know. I don't know where to put it.
I mean, like, are we ranking this as like just Mario Kart 8, like Mario Kart 8 or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe?
I mean, Mario Kart 8 and Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is basically the same game. Just Mario 8 Deluxe had more stuff added to it, and it's continuing having more stuff added to it. So I guess we could just put Mario Kart 8 and Deluxe the same thing.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So I'm just gonna put this there, and we're gonna rate Deluxe. Now, Deluxe is basically the Smash Bros. Ultimate Mario Kart, in my opinion. Uh, the I like the aspect of all the courses coming back, and I like the additional characters they were adding.
It's really cool that this is basically the only Mario Kart game that introduced DLC. So
Hmm.
it's like you can't really get bored of it because there's already like so much levels like just in the base game. Then you add DLC, which is getting introduced like so often. I think there's like a lot of replayability in that.
Hmm.
Can't really get bored of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Now you said that Mario Kart Wii to you is better than Deluxe. So are we gonna put this in S or does it belong in A?
I think it belongs in S. It's really up to you if you want to put it in front of Wii, Mario Kart Wii or not. I
Hmm.
mean, that's just like my hot take, but it's up to you.
Hmm.
Because like you gotta put like into perspective that a lot of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe like maps that make it like so fun, they're pretty much just Mario Kart Wii maps. Like just like got reintroduced.
Hmm. I think
I
I think those maps from Wii just that are in Deluxe now just bring back the nostalgia from Mario Kart Wii. I think it's best to put it behind Wii. I think it's best to do that.
that's fair.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie to you, all these Mario Party games are repetitive. So I'm just gonna.
Honestly, I haven't really heard like two good things about Mario Party.
I mean,
Like
it's
it's basic.
basically a family game night game. That's how I look at it. So I will say that Mario Party 8 is the best Mario Party game out there. So if you're gonna play one, play that. It's on the Wii. So I recommend that one if for anything. Besides that, I'm actually kind of okay with this list. I think
I
it.
think it's a pretty fair list. I think like the only thing you could really like trip up about is between Mario Kart Wii and Mario Kart 8.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think it's a pretty fair list
Yeah. Yeah. Galaxy deserves to be the best, and
easily.
Mario Bros. U deserves to be the worst because Mario Bros. U was complete shit. And I haven't had a chance to play Wonder yet, but it's just another 2D game, and I don't know anything about it, so I'm not
I've
gonna.
heard some pretty good things about Wonder.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I was a little iffy about it because it's another base, like how you said, another 2D Mario game,
Yeah.
and I don't really get the appeal to those. Nothing. I mean,
Yeah.
there's like nothing much you could do about it. But I've
Hmm.
I've heard some pretty good things.
Yeah. I heard you could play as a load of different characters. They brought back Nabbit, and then you could play as Yoshi's apparently. So, um, other than that, this list is pretty solid. And like you said, the only debate you can really have is between Mario Kart Wii and 8. So, and I think all the level based games that we have ranked, I think they're all right where they need to be. So, other than that, I say it's a pretty solid list. Um,
I would say that too.
all right. Well, you got anything you got to say?
Mm, I think we should leave it at that. Nothing really much to say.
Mm-hmm. Um, make sure you buy fully no fully notorious supply drip for days.
Yep.
Yep. Most of it made by the one and only Osmar. So, and go Dodgers, bro. Unless they choke the series next year and become the worst team in experience or in ever. So, anyways, well, thank you for joining me, Osmar. I'm very honored to have you part of this episode, and we'll see where we can go on in the future. See if we can do this again sometime. That's an awkward silence. So, all right. I guess there's only one last thing for me to say. Bye.